The title of this presentation is Probabilistic Design Factor for Pipes Used for Hydrogen Transport. The transport of hydrogen or hydrogen blend with natural gas enter in the frame of global warming. To reduce the dependence on oil and coal as a major source of energy, hydrogen is used as a sustainable energy carrier for electric fuel cell vehicles and as a means of storing energy. Hydrogen can also be used as a fuel in stationary fuel cell systems for building, emergency power, or distributed generation. Now we look more precisely at hydrogen blended with natural gas. If you compare the risk posed by the natural gas, pure or blended with hydrogen transport, relative components induce the following problems. First, hydrogen is a dangerous gas with a wide range of flammable concentrations and a very low ignition energy. The durability of metallic pipe is affected when exposed to hydrogen for long periods, in particular with higher concentration of hydrogen, by the so-called hydrogen embrittlement phenomenon. Hydrogen embrittlement has been discovered in UK by Johnson in the 19th century. If you compare the load displacement tensile curve of a pipe steel submitted to hydrogen embrittlement and non-submitted to this hydrogen embrittlement, we can notice on this picture that the yield stress and the ultimate strength are not affected, but the elongation at failure is strongly modified. Now, plotting the ratio of elongation to failure after hydrogen embrittlement and without hydrogen embrittlement, we can note a linear decrease of this ratio with the yield stress. An important aspect of the hydrogen embrittlement is the fact that this phenomenon appears for a critical hydrogen concentration. If you plot the work done for fracture initiation versus the hydrogen concentrations, we can notice for low hydrogen concentration a plateau where the steel is ductile, and after a transition, the work done for initiation reach a brittle plateau. The transition between both regimes can be obtained with a critical hydrogen concentrations. In this picture, the work done for fracture initiation is defined on the load displacement, and it is the area on the load displacement curve until the initiation point detected by acoustic emissions. The picture on the left-hand side is related to the X52 pipe steel. The objective of this paper is to propose probabilistic design factor in order to compute maximum allowable operating pressure. This maximum allowable operating pressure is given by this formula, where sigma y is the yield stress, T the thickness of the pipe, D its external diameter, F0 is the so-called design factor. The yield stress, thickness, and external diameter are considered as stochastic values. To compute the probabilistic design factor and the maximum allowable operating pressure, it is necessary to use a risk equation. And this equation is computed for a conventional risk of 10 to minus 5. In the following, MAOP is computed for three locations: urban area, peri-urban area, and country area. And the probability of risk is computed from risk equation. The risk equation consists of 8 terms, where PR de L is the probability of leakage after failure, PR of Q is the probability of a gas flow lower than the prescribed value, PR de I is the probability of ignition, PR de LE is the probability of lethal effect greater than the threshold value, PR pers is the probability of the presence of a person, L is the length of the pipeline taking into account, C subscript AV is the coefficient to take into account the location of the pipeline, and CR is the risk reduction factor taking into account risk reduction measure. Example of compute probabilistic design factor is made on the X60 pipe steel. The chemical composition of this pipe steel is given in this table with low carbon contents and some additions of microalloy as vanadium, niobium, and titanium. The yield stress of this steel is 510 MPa and the elongation at failure 20%. The ultimate strength is 610 MPa. To compute the gas flow, it is necessary to use the crack tip opening angle criterion. The critical CTOA is a material resistance parameter like the fracture toughness and is necessary to calculate the probability of gas flow lower than a prescribed value. The definition of the CTOA is given by this ideal profile of a crack. At a given distance d from the crack tip, the crack opening value is delta, and here we can define the crack tip opening angle. For the pipe steel X60, the value of the crack tip opening angle, critical value, is 13.7 degrees. The leak risk probability is calculated according to the following criterion. Risk of leak is considered to happen when the service pressure, P subscript S, exceeds the maximum admissible operating pressure. This criterion is of course very conservative. For memory, the formula to compute the maximum admissible operating pressure is given here, where sigma y is the yield stress, T the thickness of the pipe, dx external diameter of the pipe, and these three parameters are considered as stochastic value. In this slide, we give some information about the stochastic value, which are the yield stress, the thickness, diameter, and the mean value of the maximum allowable operating pressure. You have the mean value of these four parameters, the standard deviation, skewness, which you can see that the value of the skewness is very small, so the mean value and the median are very close, the kurtosis, which is also not very high, and for conclusion, we can consider that all these values follow a distribution law considered as normal. Monte Carlo method is used to compute probability to have maximum allowable operating pressure less than the prescribed value. And you can see that the result gives a nice normal distributions of MAOP. The previous distribution of the MAOP gives the partial safety factor on MAOP, which is given by the ratio on the value for a risk of 10 to minus 5 divided by the median value, which is considered as the probability of 0.5 because the distribution law is normal. And the safety criteria, the design criteria, is MAOP less than the median value. Remember that the safety factor is the inverse of the design factor. If you consider the probability of risks fixed at 10 to minus 5, you can get the value of the MAOP for 3 locations: rural area, peri-urban, and urban. The result of the compute of the probabilistic partial design and safety factor are given in the following table. You can see that according to the locations, the design factor is in the range 0.73 to 0.67, and the safety factor in the range 1.36 to 1.48. Now we look to the gas flow rate emanating from all and the probability of flow rate. To get the flow rate emanating from a breach, it is necessary to compute the size of the breach. This can be obtained by the critical crack tip opening angle crack RS criterion. Here we apply this criterion on a pipe with the following dimension: diameter 315 millimeters, a thickness of 5.2 millimeters. For the steel pipe X60, the critical value of the crack tip opening angle is 13.70 degrees. After computing, according to a method described in a paper given by Ben Amara and al., the length of the breach is approximately 400 mm and the width of this breach is 20 mm. The flow rate is therefore computed from the following formula. In this formula, Q is the flow rate, P is the internal pressure, M the molar mass of hydrogen, J the ideal gas constant, T the gas temperature, and the adiabatic coefficient of hydrogen. And with the following formula and the dimension of the breach, we can get a flow rate of 16 kg per second. Now we compute the probability of a gas flow lower than a prescribed value. An upper limit of 100 kg per second has been suggested by Bevy with the reference given here. For the risk equation and based on the leak rate of 16 kg per second as computed previously, a probability of gas flow less than 100 kg per second is taken as unit. The probability of ignition is also calculated from the recommendation of Bevy. In the following table, we have the correspondence between the flow rate and the probability of ignitions. And you can see with a compute value of 16 kg per second, the probability of ignition of 0.5 is given and suggested by Bevy. The probability of lethal effect can be computed for two situations: heat flux or explosions. The heat flux, capital Q, can be expressed by this formula, where gamma is the radiation coefficient, tau the atmospheric transmittivity, Q the leakage rate, in our case 16 kg per second, H subscript C the rate of combustion, and R the radial distance between the fire and the place of interest. The flow rate can also expressed by the effective gas release rate, QF, according to this formula. In this formula, alpha is the size of the dimensional hole, A subscript H is the area of the leak, A subscript P is the pipe section, C is the rejection coefficient, P0 is the operating pressure in Pascal, and length, the length of the pipe from the gas supply station to the point of fire in meter. The flow value used for the calculation of the heat flux is 100 kg per second. It corresponds to the reference value of the leakage flow. The radial distance between the light and the place of interest, R, is taken equal to previously stated effect 5 meters. Therefore, the computed value of the heat flux is 13.38 kW per square meter. Now we point out the lethal effect due to thermal combustion. There is 3 critical thresholds causing harmful effect on human. The threshold for irreversible effect corresponds to the zone of significant danger for human life, that means 3 kW per square meter for thermal effect and 50 millibar for overpressure effect. The second is the threshold for the first lethal effect. It corresponds to area with serious danger for human life, and the heat flux is equal to 5 kW per square meter for thermal effect and 140 millibar for overpressure effect. And the third is the threshold for significant lethal effect. It corresponds to zone of very serious danger for human life. The threshold is 8 kW per square meter for thermal effect and 200 millibar for overpressure effect. The probability of death due to thermal effect can be estimated using a probability function, and the probability of death is proposed by Tsao and Perry, according to this formula. Here, the probability of death is given by the probability functions, where Q is the heat flux in kilowatt per square meter, T is the duration of exposure in second, and the value of probability that we get by this formula is 3.23, and the associated probability of death is 0.04. The probability of presence of a person is given by a table according to locations and according to Ineris. There is 3 locations: rural area, peri-urban area, and urban area, and the associated probability are given in the right-hand side columns. Environment coefficient is given by this table and depends on locations. In the following, we use only 2 values. The value for rural area with a population density relatively low, 8 people per hectares, and we use the value 0.8. And for suburban or urban area, we use the value of 3. Value of risk reduction coefficients are given also by a table. In this table, it depends on the situations, and we have several values. In the following, we use the value of 0.01. We can note that many values of the risk reduction factor are given only by expert opinion. In the following, we give a summary of parameter value of risk equation for the 3 locations. We can notice that only the probability of persons and the coefficient of the environment depend on the locations. And in the last line, we can note the probability of failure and the associated maximum allowable operating pressure, and finally, the design factor. We can notice that the design factor is relatively high for rural effect and it is the same for peri-urban and urban area. The discussion is mainly devoted to the influence of the coefficient of variations on the design factor. In the following table, we use 4 values of the coefficient of variation, 0.05 until 0.2 by step of 0.05, and for the 3 locations, rural, peri-urban, and urban. We can notice that when the coefficient of variations increase, the value of the maximum allowable operating pressure decrease, and the value of the design factor decrease also. This has some consequence of the design factor for pipe network with vintage pipe steel. We have seen previously that the European pipe networks include some very older parts with low strength vintage steel with high coefficient of variations. If you look on this picture, you can see that the maximum allowable operating pressure decreases linearly with the coefficient of variations, and it is less for urban area than for country. For example, for a coefficient of variation of 15%, the maximum allowable operating pressure is 5 MPa. This value has to be compared with the current value of operating pressure in the most part of the gas pipe network, which is 7 MPa. Here we can use a conventional value of 10% for the coefficient of variation for vintage steel, and this picture gives the associated maximum allowable operating pressure. In conclusion, we make a comparison between the probabilistic design factor given by this present method and the deterministic factor given by American Society of Mechanical Engineering, and this for the 3 locations, rural, peri-urban, and urban. You can notice that the deterministic values are more conservative and differ between the 3 locations. Unfortunately, you can't give any explanation because no description was found in the American Society of Mechanical Engineering which lead to such value of deterministic design factor, and it is probably based on expert judgment.